It's Beer O'Clock on Real Ale Craft Beer. I've got a mega beer unboxing video to share with you today. I've been to 3 supermarkets. No, I went to 4 supermarkets and found beers in 3 supermarkets that have just launched as of Thursday the 14th of October 2021. The one I went in 2 Morrison's stores, travelled everywhere, couldn't get these new Morrison's beers. But we'll move on. We'll move on because we got some new stuff from Asda. This is Buxton Brewery's Mantel Simcoe Sabro IPA. 5.4% ABV, 440 milliliter can. Now I've got to be a bit careful I don't mix these cans up and bottles up because I'll forget exactly which supermarket these beers came from. This is Siren Craft Brews Squiggle Hazy Pale Ale, 440ml can, 4.7% ABV. I won't give you all the prices because it's going to mean me digging through receipts and stuff. So the Asda ones are about £3 a can. This is Constellations New England IPA by North Brewing Company. Fingers crossed on this one. This is going to be a cracker. 6.5% ABV. Stopclock by Magic Rock Brewing Company, a West Coast IPA at 6.5% ABV. Again, around that £3 mark. Wow, Magic Rock, North, Siren, in Asda, Buxton, fantastic. And last but not least, I picked this up because I've been meaning to review this beer for years. It's a bottle of Wrexham Export Lager. Lots of people have requested over the years that I review that beer. Now, where are we going to go? We went discount supermarket, being Asda, they're kind of discountish, aren't they? We'll go higher end now. So I popped out to Sainsbury's. Now, I got a bit of a disclaimer, if you like. My Sainsbury's is about 16 miles a round trip for me, so I very rarely go to Sainsbury's. So I picked up some of their new ones, but I apologise in advance if any of the beers that I'm showing you as new beers, they've been on the shelf for a few months. This is a Christmas Porter brewed in Bedfordshire, so that's going to be the old Wells and Youngs Brewery. Christmas Porter. I like a Christmas beer. I thought I'd pick that one up. Stiegl Radler Grapefruit. Picked that up again because I was there. 16-mile round trip. I wasn't going to leave that on the shelf. That's a 2% ABV Radler beer. This one's a new brewery for me. Ridgeside. And this is their Thicket Bramble Sour. 4.5% ABV. Next up, we have a beer from Siren Craft Brew. This is a Medjuica Hazy Pale Ale. 4.8% ABV. Pretty cool, pretty cool. We're rattling our way through these because honestly, this is a mega beer haul. I'm probably not even halfway showing you the beers yet. I know this one, I think, has been with Sainsbury's a little while. This is the Tiny Rebel 505 New England IPA. I've not reviewed this one yet. Thought I'd pick it up, give it a go. 440ml can, 6.2% ABV. This one I'm looking forward to. This one I'm really looking forward to. It's by Brew York, and it's their Nougat, A Friend in Me. A chocolate and nougat pastry stout, 6.6% ABV. Yes, it's going to have lactose in. Yes, it's going to be slightly dessert-like, but it sounds amazing, doesn't it? I like a bit of Brew York. This one's 6.6% ABV, 440 milliliter can. Arbor Brewery, like a bit of Arbor. My little Sabrony, single hop APA, 5% ABV. And we got a Beavertown. Beavertown Heavy Gravity. Now, I think I might have got this one mixed up. I Can't remember if... I'm sure it was a Sainsbury's beer. It was a Sainsbury's beer. I was thinking, did I pick this up in Asda? No, this was Sainsbury's. It was Sainsbury's. I'll have a look after before we get the review done. Beavertown Heavy Gravity Hazy IPA, 6.5% ABV. Beavertown. I've not had a Beavertown beer in months and months and months. They used to be the dogs, didn't they, Beavertown? And this one was reduced. So this one's been in Sainsbury's a while. This was £2 a can. I think they've discontinued this because I don't think it's had a very kind of good review by the lovely people on Untapped. Sticking this into Untapped, I think it's had a bit of a low rating, this one. But I've not had it yet. I was in the Brewdog bar last month and they wanted £6 a can. And I was like, I'm not paying that. I'm not paying that for a can of that. I'll leave it on the shelf. And I'm glad I did, because I just picked one up for £2. Tony's Hopaloni. I like the Tony's chocolate. It's like a Netherlands type chocolate company. Pretty good. Now, every now and again, Lidl, for 1 week only, or when they get rid of the stock, it takes about 3 weeks in my Lidl to get rid of the beers. They do a beer festival. So we got a Lidl beer festival dropped last night. I think it dropped Wednesday night, Thursday today. Have a look in your local Lidl if you're watching this. I'll be posting this tomorrow morning, so Friday morning. This will be out ready for you to view. This is Tin Man Tropical IPA by Stewart Brewing Company. It's 5.5% ABV. 500ml can, this one. Nice big cans, look. Compared that to a 440, the next beer. Looks substantial, doesn't it? Right, where am I going to put these? I'm desperate not to mix these beers up. I think I might have, I don't know. I don't know if I've mixed up the Beavertown beer. I'm sure I picked it up in Sainsbury's, I'm sure. Anyway, on we go. This is a Love Lane Baltic Lager. 4.4% ABV. All available in Lidl. All of these beers are like £1.79, £1.59, £2.50. Most expensive beer I've ever bought in Lidl. Should we get it? The £2.50 beer. £2.49 a can. Wow! Love Lane Imperial Stout. Now, I know we had a 7% ABV stout last year, which was beautiful as part of the Lidl Craft Beer Festival, but actually an actual Imperial Stout style beer at 8% ABV is 10%. 10%. That should be pretty cool. And that's the most expensive beer I've ever bought in Lidl. Unless you count that big jug thing with a big litre jug of beer and the cans inside. You can pick that fast beer up for about £3, I think. So on its own, beer on its own, I think that's the most expensive beer I've ever bought in Lidl. £2.49. Imperial Stout though. Madagaska Vanilla Stout, 5% ABV. This one is by DonkeyStone Brewing Company. Should be a good one. We have a Loch Lomond Brewery Prospect Street West Coast IPA, 5.5% ABV. Again, should be pretty good. I've had some cracking beer from Loch Lomond and Stewart Brewing Company from the Lidl Beer Festival. They've all been pretty sharp, pretty good. Nothing from 71 Brewing Company for a while. Bit of a shame that, because their beers were banging. Broken Waves Funky IPA, 4.8% ABV. Who's this by? Arbor Brewing Company. 330ml can. Next up we have a Disco Dirigible, 5.1% ABV Peach Raspberry Pale Ale by Drygate. This has been a constant unboxing. We're nearly 10 minutes in. A rhubarb Berliner Weiss called Tone Burst by Drygate, and it's a 3.2% ABV beer. Again, that should be pretty good. And last but not least, what a beer haul. I spent all afternoon driving in my car this afternoon, going to different supermarkets. Bonkers. Stewart Brewing, State Trooper American Pale Ale. 440ml can, 5% ABV. Now, I know every October this happens. And it happens the same week. They all drop their beers at the same time. Bit of a mad rush, drive round to the supermarkets, pick it up. I mentioned quickly earlier, and I want to mention it again. I went to 2 Morrison supermarkets. It said on Instagram via Mozza Beers that some of the new beers are dropped in 170 stores throughout the UK. Now, my Barry store used to be cracking. It used to have everything in. But I noticed it was a slow seller. Not many people in the lovely town of Barry, where I live, were buying these beers. So they've substantially cut back on the range, which is a real shame for me because I struggled, couldn't get the beer. I went out to Cardiff Bay, much bigger Morrisons. The beer selection was even worse. They're the only 2 Morrisons around me. Didn't fancy driving to Bridgend, Port Talbot, Newport, that type of thing. I wasn't going to Bristol. I wasn't going to Bristol for some beers. I'll try online over the next few weeks to pick up these beers from Morrison's. I will do my dearest and best to get these beers onto the channel for you guys. But we got enough to get on with. We've got enough to get on with for the time being. I'm going to be busy now with all these new beers dropping from Sainsbury's and Asda and Lidl. I think we'll get the Lidl ones done first. Only because that's a week's beer festival and you've got to drop it like it's hot. You know, that's... Look at me rapping. Right, I hope you liked the video. Mega unboxing video. Mega. Thanks for watching. Please put your comments in the comments box. Tell me if you tried any of the beers. Let me know in the comments box. Please share, subscribe, all of that loveliness. Thanks for watching. Boom. Cheers.